Arsenal BG Ballpark in Sauget, Illinois. It's time for Game 2 of the three-game series between the Gateway Grizzlies and your Florence Y'alls. We welcome you to the Frontier League Network powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Y'alls radio network on our YouTube audio stream. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Rory Tettemer, excited to join you for Game 2 of the three-game series. The Y'alls hoping to win the series. Entering at 21-18, the Gateway Grizzlies fall to 20-20. Florence with a 10-7 win last night, and trying to win the series today with their ace on the mound, Evan Webster. This is the 50 West Brewing pregame show, always inspired by the Great American Road Trip across Route 50. 50 West, the premier brewery in the Cincinnati area. 50 West, every beer is a journey. Join us for the ride, located at 7605 Worcester Pike, Cincinnati. Taking a look at last night's ball game, the Florence Y'alls defeated the Grizzlies 10-7 in a thrilling victory on Tuesday night. Florence got going early with a two-run shot from the captain, Hank Zeisler, in the first, his sixth home run of the season. Up 2-1 in the third, Jackson Tucker followed suit with a rifle of his own, a solo missile to left field to put Florence up 3-1. Nathan Lawson delivered his best start of the season and taking the hill for the Y'alls, fired 5 frames and only surrendering 2 runs with 6 punch-outs. After a 5-homer series 2 weeks ago, Dylan Baker did it again with a 2-run opposite field bomb to put the Y'alls back out in front 5-3 in the 7th. In the 8th inning, Florence extended their lead to 8-3 following RBI knocks from Brendan Bobo, Garrett Broussard, and Dylan Baker once again. And then in the 8th, Chase Hopo was tagged for 4 runs on 4 hits before being removed with just 1 away. Only up 1 run. Florence was looking for insurance in the 9th. Jackson Tucker led things off with a single. Brett Blomquist ripped an RBI single to score Tucker, and Zade Richardson followed with an RBI base hit to score Blomquist. Those 2 insurance runs put Florence up 10-7. That's all Aiden McAvoy needed, allowing a leadoff triple to start the 9th, but retiring the next 3 in order to pick up a 10-7 win and close his 9th save of the season. Y'alls will be sending it back out with their ace on the mound, the left-handed pitcher, Evan Webster, against the former Florence Y'all, right-handed pitcher Ty Good, second time seeing him in 2 weeks. Florence will look to win the series behind their ace and would set up a 2-start week for Webster next week against Windy City and Mississippi. So Florence hopefully can get as much as they can out of Webster, and I've said it prior, you got to win the starts that Webster is out there. Florence has not had the best work behind him, but Webster, would also be the first to tell you that, his last 2 starts have not been his best work either against these Gateway Grizzlies and the Schaumburg Boomers his last time out. So last time here in Sauget, Illinois, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, 7 runs, 3 walks and 7 Ks. He was able to labor into those 6th innings. It was a lot of runs early, and he just kept going and, allowed some extended appearances from a starter before you got to the bullpen there. Again, it was 8 hits. That was a season high at the time, as well as a season high 7 runs. He then went over towards Schaumburg, got hit around a little bit more. 5 innings pitched was actually his best inning in the last inning, a 1-2-3 frame. He wanted to go back out there. Florence decided not to. Tagged for 11 hits, 7 runs, 2 walks, and 3 Ks in an 8-4 loss to the Boomers. He's now 5-3 on the season. It was a 5-game win streak at 1.4. Webster, a 4.84 ERA for the talented lefty out of University of Louisville. On the flip side, it's Ty Good entering with a 4-0 record and a 4 ERA. Good has had some trouble extending his appearances of late. His last 2 starts, just 4 innings where he's tossed 90-plus pitches in both of those. His last time out against the Y'alls, 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, and 9 Ks, tying a season-high 9 strikeouts. Florence was able to get on to him early in the first, couldn't do much the rest of the way, and eventually went to the bullpen. The Gateway Grizzlies lost that game the Florence Y'alls lost that game 9-5 to the Grizzlies. His last time out at Brockton, 4 innings pitched, just 1 hit, 2 runs, 5 walks, and 5 Ks again, using a lot of pitches and not able to move past the 4th and qualify for a win. But still undefeated, 4-0. He has picked up some good appearances, especially against Evansville. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. And Florence hopes to complete things around him this time. They started off hot, and they just kind of let their foot off the gas and could not complete the game against Good. So maybe they can deliver him his first loss of the season and win a series in doing so as well. Beautiful day for some baseball. Not as sunny as we saw yesterday. Definitely overcast skies. Wind blowing in today, which could play a factor in a hitter's ballpark. Florence, obviously 3 home runs yesterday. Dylan Baker launched his 6th blast of the season against these Gateway Grizzlies at this ballpark. He has certainly made a name for himself here in Sauget, Illinois. And hopefully Florence can keep going against a pretty good Grizzlies crew, but riding a 4-game losing streak entering into this one. Let's take a look at the Y'all's offense. The center fielder, Jackson Tucker, will lead things off. Batting second, the second baseman, Brett Blomquist. In the 3 slot, the first baseman, Hank Zeisler. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Brendan Bobo. In the 5 slot, the designated hitter, Zaid Richardson. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Garrett Broussard. In the 7th slot, the left fielder, Marcus Brodell. Batting 8th, the shortstop, Dylan Baker. And rounding it out, the catcher, Kyle Harbison. On the flip side for the Grizzlies, the right fielder, Victor Castillo, will lead things off, followed by the shortstop, Sawyer Smith. In the 3 slot, the third baseman, Dale Thomas. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Bryson Horn. In the 5 slot, the catcher, Jose Alvarez. Batting 6th, the left fielder, Mitchell Sanford. In the 7th slot, the designated hitter, Gavin Baldwin. Batting 8th, the center fielder, Cole Brandon. And rounding it out, the second baseman, Davey Morgan. The Grizzlies heading out onto the field for Marvel Night here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. We'll take a listen to our national anthem, but don't go anywhere. More Florence Y'all's baseball coming up on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem by a saxophonist here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Even Toby Hall giving him a fist bump in a sign of appreciation. We're ready for some baseball at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Sauget, Illinois. The Florence Y'alls back to the baby blue jerseys, gray pants, and the red flow caps. The Gateway Grizzlies donning some specialty uniforms, Spider-Man uniforms for the Grizzlies here on Marvel Night. A night where you've never seen as many adult men in Spider-Man costumes. Ty Good on the rubber for the Grizzlies. First 3 for Florence, Jackson Tucker, Brett Blomquist, Hank Zeisler. Florence keeps it pretty much the same as yesterday. The lone difference, Marcus Brodell in for Milo Rushford. It's 3 righties all series for the Gateway Grizzlies, so Florence can have fun with however they want to suit their lefties, but it is back-to-back games on the bench for Tyler Schoenfeld. Florence will send 3 lefties out there in Zeisler, Bobo, and Brodell. Against the righty, Ty Good 4-0 with a 4 ERA flat on the season. The Grizzlies trying to stop a 4-game skid. Florence hoping to win another series. I want to say another series on the road, but Florence has been limited on their road action. Not the best team on the road so far this season. 7-14 total as a team on the road. 21-18 overall. And just trying to sort things out on their road series. They're just 2-5 in 3-game series on the road. Those 2 road wins would be Lake Erie and, we actually lost Lake Erie. It's Washington And this series here in Gateway. Yeah, Washington and the series here in Gateway, the 2 road series wins. Let's see if they can make it another one here today before the finale on Thursday night. Zach Westcott and Ben Gregory oppose each other on the mound. And then we finally head back to Thomas More Stadium for Friday, where we also have Superhero Night. Jackson Tucker will lead things off for Florence. Tucker yesterday, 2 for 5 with a home run. 2 strikeouts. He's hitting .321 on the season. First pitch to him. Fastball missing upstairs. We are underway here at 6:34. Sauget, Illinois. Again, some overcast skies. Wind still blowing pretty much in, or maybe cross, right to left now. Definitely not blowing out like it was yesterday. Here's the 1-0 ground ball over towards the shortstop, who gloves it. Throw on to first. Is in time to retire the speedy Tucker. 6-3 on the put-away of the center fielder for Florence. That'll bring up Brett Blomquist, taking a look at the defense for the Grizzlies. Mitchell Sanford in left field. Cole Brannon in center. Castillo in right. In the infield, Dale Thomas at the hot corner. Sawyer Smith at short. Davey Morgan at second. Bryson Horn at first. And Jose Alvarez doing the catching. Good, delivers the first pitch to Blomquist. Fouls that one away off the net. Ty Good, 89 miles per hour there. If you watched any Florence Y'all's baseball last year, you know. A former Florence Y'all actually started his career in 2024, picked up midway through at the University of South Carolina. 0-1. One misses downstairs, 1-1. This season, 4-0 record, 9 games, 6 starts. 36 innings pitched, 21 walks to 41 Ks. Had a 9 strikeout performance against Florence the last time he faced him. 1-1. Off speed missing downstairs at 78. He has gone above 5 innings just 3 times this season. Blomquist hitting .348 entering today. 2-1. Pops it up. Shallow right center field. Second baseman moving back. Castillo and Brannon coming in. It's Castillo with the call off to make the grab for out number 2. That one was sky high off the bat there of Brett Blomquist. 2 away with the bases empty. Hank Zeisler will dig in. Left-handed hitter and captain for the Y'alls. Zeisler now hitting .380. 38 RBI, 6 home runs. Launched a 2-run homer in the first inning yesterday. First pitch in there for a strike. Marginally less crowd here tonight versus yesterday. Guess the weather's definitely different. 0-1. Off speed in there again. Heavy dose of off speeds to the top of the order here for Florence. Zeisler down 0-2. Calling time at the plate. The captain of the Y'alls yesterday was 2 for 5. The double, a home run, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a strikeout. Kick the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. All off speeds there to Hank Zeisler on a 1-2-3 frame from Ty Good. Heading to the bottom of the first, we'll see what Evan Webster can do when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. bottom half of the first inning, always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money should work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable. That's the Heritage difference. Visit heritagebank.com or stop by a branch near you today. Florence against Gateway. Bottom of the first, Victor Castillo, Sawyer Smith, and Dale Thomas will start things off against the left-handed pitcher, Evan Webster, ace of the Yalls. Once on a 5-game win streak, has lost his last 2. Started off actually here at Gateway. Last time here, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, 7 runs, 3 walks, and 7 Ks. Trying to right the ship and get back into that all-star form for Webster. First pitch skied out towards center field. It's going to send Tucker back just a little bit with room in front of the track. Makes the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 away. Victor Castillo with a fly out to center field. Taking a look at the defense for the Yalls. Marcus Brodell in left. Jackson Tucker in center. Brendan Bobo in right. In the infield, Garrett Broussard at the hot corner. Dylan Baker at short. Brett Blomquist at second. Hank Zeisler at first. And Kyle Harbison behind the plate. Sideways windup. First pitch in there for a strike, top of the zone at 83. Evan Webster, bag of tricks. Fastball, curveball, slider, knuckle, as well as a nice changeup. 0-1. That one's punched down out towards left field, sending Brodell back. Warning track to the wall. He looks up, and it's out of here. An opposite field home run for Sawyer Smith. Same way he started off yesterday with a solo blast, and that puts Gateway up 1-0. Again, wind more so blowing in, but if anything, blowing right to left field. I don't know if that one had any effect on it. It was still 95 off the bat. Just got over that high left field wall. Immediately a 1-0 lead for the Grizzlies. Just 5 home runs now on the season against Webster. But the last one he did allow was here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Off speed in there for a strike to Dale Thomas. Straight up defense for Florence. Nobody on, 1 away. 0-1. Missing outside. One. Misses just a bit downstairs. 81 miles per hour, 1854 on the spin rate. Gateway on top 1-0 here in the first. Sawyer Smith with back-to-back days, first inning home runs. Sideways windup, the 2-1 from Webster. That one's crushed out towards left field, sending Brodell back. He reaches the glove up to make the grab. That one is hit on the screws, 96. All hard contact so far. 2 away. A home run, a deep fly out to center field from Castillo, and that one, again, just laced, but right at Marcus Brodell, who made a nifty grab. Brings up the lefty Bryson Horn. Off speed, beautifully placed in there for a strike. Bryson Horn, a lefty battle here. Gateway, not many decisions to make, but they are sending 5 lefties out there against Webster. This is kind of their 9 that they need to be playing with well. On the bench, they have just 1 player in Otto Jones. 1-1. Missing outside, 2-1. Tate Wargo hit the IL. Two-1. Missing outside. Here's the 3-1. Ground ball, high hopper over towards the first baseman. Zeisler will glove it. Webster covering at first, makes the underhand toss And that will end the inning. A solo blast from Sawyer Smith puts the Grizzlies out in front 1-0. Heading to the top of the second. It's time for the Y'alls to get back to work when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the second inning always brings us our umpire intro, brought to you by Pella Window and Door. Pella Window and Door. Looking for a clearer view of every call? Trust Pella Window and Door to give you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good, even the ump won't miss a thing. First pitch to Brendan Bobo, misses downstairs. Bobo still against Ty Good. Bobo, Richardson, Broussard. Want to know the count. 1-2-3 frame from Ty Good. Picked up his first strikeout against Zeisler. That one bounces in the dirt 2-0. Tell you what, Brendan Bobo, 9 home runs, 41 RBIs, a 309 average. I'm just shocked that he has not taken advantage of a short porch in right field yet. No home runs at Arsenal BG Ballpark this season. Here's the 2-0. Fastball missing. 89 miles per hour there from Good downstairs. 3-0 the count. When you watch Bobo in batting practice, all he's doing is, he can tee off that top wall over there. That one misses upstairs. A 4-pitch walk to open up the second inning for Florence. That'll bring up Zade Richardson. Richardson, heck of a day yesterday. 2 for 5. Picked up a double, another RBI. Now hitting .367 on the season. He has just been on an amazing pace at the plate. Runner on first, nobody out. First pitch to Richardson. Fastball in there for a strike, about an inch off the plate. Not connecting there on TrackMan. 90 miles per hour there from Ty Good. These two teammates last year in 2024. That one's fouled away down the third base line. 0-2 the count. Ty Good, first base side of the rubber from the stretch for the first time today. 0-2 pitch to Richardson. He cranks that one out towards right center field. Castillo at the warning track at the wall. He makes the grab over the fence. Retreating back to first is Bobo. Home run robbery from Castillo, certainly over the fence. That would have been a nice backside homer for Richardson. And again, the wind might have had an effect there. 94 off the bat, 322 on the distance. You figure that's good enough. just did not get over. So just a long fly out. As Broussard cranks one out towards right center field. On the run, Brandon, he makes the grab. Brendan Bobo having to retreat. That was 95 hit on the screws there from Broussard. Another good piece, just some better defense. 2 away now with a runner on first. Wind blowing in severely strong on that flag. So it's definitely having a play here for Florence. Really can't try and go backside right now unless you want to totally muscle it through. Let's see what Marcus Brodell does in his first at-bat of the series. First pitch, missing downstairs. Brodell, 4 home runs on the season, .231 average, 19 RBIs. Florence swapping Brodell for Rushford yesterday. 1-0. Missing inside. Back-to-back days on the bench for Tyler Schoenfeld. You figure that Marcus Brodell, with the emergence of Milo Rushford, has kind of moved into that 4th spot in the outfield. But then also with Brett Blomquist kind of finding a spot at the top of the lineup, whether he can play second, short, or left field. That one's in there for a strike. You then have Schoenfeld to feed as well, and he could play in the outfield. So you got 2 more guys in Blomquist and Schoenfeld that can play the outfield. Now, Schoenfeld mainly a center fielder. He was penciled in right field for the finale at Joliet. We just didn't get to see that game. 2-1. Swing and a miss. So you've got a lot of people fighting for that left field spot, or however you want to figure it. Brett Blomquist has just made it hard to keep himself on the bench. Hitting well above 300. And 7 home runs. 2-2. Off speed downstairs, no good. Good layoff there from Brodell. Brendan Bobo will be off on this one. Tell you what, a lot of planes flying over early on in this game. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Kick the payoff pitch. Marcus Brodell skies one out towards center field. Brandon all over it. Makes the grab to end the inning. Florence gets a leadoff walk but can't do anything with it. We head to the bottom of the second. The Alls trail 1-0 when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Check 1-2, 1-2-3. Testing, testing, testing. Why is my level so low now? Check 1-2, 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Bottom half of the second inning, it's a 1-0 lead for the Grizzlies. Back out to work, Evan Webster, Jose Alvarez, Mitchell Sanford, Gavin Baldwin. 5, 6, 7 due up for Gateway. Webster allowed the solo blast from Sawyer Smith. Starting off the inning with a timeout here from Alvarez. First pitch missing upstairs. Alvarez hitting .336 entering today. Ground ball over towards the shortstop. A little three-hopper to Dylan Baker. Throw across is in time. 6-3 on the put away. Brings up Mitchell Sanford. Sanford yesterday 1 for 5. 2 strikeouts and a run scored. Entering today hitting .220. 19 RBIs, 3 homers for the lefty Sanford. In a lefty-lefty battle here. First pitch in there for a strike. 84 miles per hour, 20.48 on the spin rate. That should not be the fastball there from Webster at 84. 0-1. That one's fouled away. That one's at 85. Webster should be low 90s, high 80s. On his fastball, which makes me feel like that should be a different pitch. Not seeing much movement on it. 0-2. Outside to 85. 1-2 the count. One away with the bases empty. Bottom of the second. 1-0 Gateway lead. 1-2 fouls it away. It's a pretty interesting uniform battle. Florence in their baby blues and the Grizzlies in some Spider-Man uniforms. They'll be auctioning those off after the game. Pretty cool looking. Evan Webster a little upset he was not able to wear the Kentucky Reds. I think that's his favorite jersey. 1-2. Fastball. Just downstairs. I mean, touching the zone. Very close. 2-2 misses downstairs. Now a full count. There was a fastball at 89. So I don't know if he's going 4-seam and 2-seam here. Have to ask him about that after the game. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. 89, bottom of the zone. Picks up his first K of the day. Second out here in the second. Brings up Gavin Baldwin. Baldwin with a heck of a day yesterday. 3 for 4. Had a double. 2 runs scored. Hitting .206 on the season. And then he was removed for Otto Jones as a pinch hitter late in the game. Didn't make any sense to me, really. And now seeing him healthy. There's a 2-hopper over towards the shortstop. Baker. Throw on to first is in time. A 1-2-3 frame for Baker, or for Webster on the mound. I was going to say, seeing Baldwin healthy makes that move even a little more puzzling from yesterday. A 1-2-3 frame from Webster. We head it to the top of the third. It's time for Tettemer Trivia. When we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the third always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Florence trailing 1-0. It's Dylan Baker at the plate. Florence without a hit so far against Ty Good. Dylan Baker will try and remedy that. Obviously a home run yesterday. He's got 6 long balls here at Arsenal BG Ballpark in the last 2 weeks. Off speed missing inside, 1-1 the count. Baker, Harbison, and Tucker. One to Baker, misses outside. Top half of the third always brings us our Tettemer trivia. Way it works, I read a question top half of the third, give you guys the answer in the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. It's rtettemer9 and Florence_Yalls. 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. Question is live. You can comment your guess in the comment section. I will shout you out here on the broadcast. Again, question live on Twitter, Florence_Yalls or RTETTEMER9. If you're also tuning into our YouTube audio stream, feel free to comment in the live chat. I'll be able to see that and shout you out here on the broadcast as well. 2-2 the count. From the stretch, good. 2-2 pitch, missing downstairs. Now a full count to Baker. Florence got a leadoff walk last game. Wasn't able to do it. Or last inning and wasn't able to do anything with it. A couple loud outs. Payoff pitch to Baker. He ropes it right over to the shortstop who makes the grab. Another loud out. 91 on a line drive. That'll bring up Kyle Harbison to the bottom of the order. Harbison draws back-to-back starts. Don't know if anything happened with Beetle. Beetle came on as a replacement yesterday. Defensive replacement, and did get hit just a little bit. But Kyle Harbison back in the starting lineup today. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. Well, it's not the best day at the plate for Harbison before being relieved. Went 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. Dropped his average down to 338. Still with a good average on the season. 0-1, swing and a miss again out in front of that off speed. Back-to-back off speeds from Ty Good. Florence has not sat back on that yet. 0-2. Off speed, missing downstairs. Definitely close in the zone. 1K so far for Ty Good. That was to Hank Zeisler. Got to get to our question of the day for Tettemer Trivia. 1-2 to Harbison. Fastball called strike 3 on the outer half. Second K of the day for Ty Good. He's mowing through Florence. Very similar to what the Alls saw against him last time. Just let him get into a groove and he starts making you pay. Except this time Florence, no offense against him. One time through the order, no hits for the Alls, just 1 base runner. Let's get to our question of the day. Corbin Carroll is in his 4th full season in Major League Baseball and already has the 3rd most triples among active players. I want to know what 2 players are tied for the active lead in triples. That one misses downstairs. What 2 players are tied for the active lead in triples? My hint, they play in the American League. Both of them play in the American League currently. So Corbin Carroll, in his 4th full season, already has the 3rd most triples among active players. What 2 players are tied for the active lead in triples? Swing and a miss there to Jackson Tucker, 1-1 the count. The 1-1. Tucker, ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. First hit of the day for the Yalls. So second time through the order, they get their first knock. Runner on first and 2 away now for Brett Blomquist. First pitch to Blomquist. Off speed in there for a strike. Flied out to right field his last time up. Was in shallow right. More of a pop-up. Jackson Tucker with a sizable lead. That one's launched out towards right center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Tucker on his way to third. He'll go first to third on a single from Brett Blomquist. Florence back-to-back hits here in the third. Runners second and third, or first and third, and 2 away. Now for the captain, Hank Zeisler. All this with 2 outs right now. Let's see if second time through they can keep hitting time good. Zeisler, one of 2 strikeout victims the first time through. To be fair, I honestly think I've asked this question in years past, because it is a good answer and somehow hasn't changed. We do have a lot of good guesses coming through for Tettemer Trivia. Reminder again, it's live on Twitter, Florence_Yalls, or rtettemer9. First pitch to Hank Zeisler, fouls it away. Florence with an RBI chance here. A 0-1 the count to the captain. 0-1 pitch, fouls it away. Florence, first and third, 2 away, and 0-2 count to Zeisler. He's seen 5 pitches, all of them strikes. Zeisler skies one out towards right field. Castillo, plenty of room, makes the grab to end the inning. Florence picks up 2 hits, can't do anything with it, stranding a runner in scoring position. Heading to the bottom of the third. Get your guesses in for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the third. Grizzlies on top, 1-0. Cole Brandon at the plate. Lefty-lefty battle. First pitch misses downstairs. Evan Webster, a 1-2-3 frame in the second, trying to keep things going here in the third. Brandon, Morgan, Castillo, 8-9 top for the Grizzlies. 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. Brandon with a good day yesterday. 3 for 5, had a double, RBI, and a run scored. Just a tough out when he's facing the Yalls. That one's fouled away, 1-2. But just a .231 average this season. Still playing Tettemer trivia in the inning. We're looking for the 2 active leaders in triples. 1-2, ground ball right side and through for a base hit. A leadoff single for Cole Brandon. That is the second hit allowed by Evan Webster. The lone other hit was his one blemish, the home run in the first. Let's see how he battles with a runner on first now. Davey Morgan, bottom of the order. Florence was absolutely pieced up by the bottom of the order yesterday. Really kept Gateway in that ball game. Davey Morgan hitting .224. 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs, a home run, a walk, and a run scored. 0-1, missing downstairs. One, missing upstairs. Got a lot of good guesses rolling through for Tettemer trivia. Just the one on Twitter, Rich Tettemer, but a lot of good people texting me some nice answers. Everyone trying to figure it out. 2-1, in there for a strike 2-2. Two, fouls it away. Runner takes off, 2-2. Called strike 3, throw down, not in time. Stolen base for Cole Brandon, a called strike 3. Fastball called strike 3 in there. Stolen base for Brandon moves him to second. One away with the top of the order and a runner in scoring position. Gateway with a good RBI chance here. First pitch in there for a strike. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. One and one the count, one away. Got so many guesses coming through. Jacob Brown is going through pretty much every player in the American League. It still hasn't got it. 1-1. That one's skied out towards center field, sending Tucker all the way back in front of the warning track. Makes the grab for out number 2. Tagging second to third is Brandon. He'll be in without a throw. So just a long fly from Victor Castillo. That's his second long fly of the day to the same exact spot. Brings up Sawyer Smith with a home run last time up. Lefty-lefty battle. Sawyer Smith with backside homer his last time up. Fastball in there for a strike at 89. Runner on third and 2 away. Webster trying to strand him there. He's picked up 2 Ks on the day. 0-1. Swing and a miss, top of the zone. 84, he was out in front. Here's the 0-2. Off speed upstairs, no good. 1-2 the count, 2 away. I'm going to get to the answer in the 4th inning just because I took so long to actually get. I gave you top of the 3rd, 2 outs. I didn't give you much time at the top of the 3rd. Can start going through some of our guesses here. Rich Tettemer said, guessing again, Jose Altuve and George Springer. Aiden Murphy said Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Mike Trout. Check swing. Goes all the way around. Evan Webster picks up his 3rd strikeout of the day and strands a runner at 3rd. We head it to the top of the 4th. Y'all's trail 1-0 when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top of the 4th, a 1-0 lead for the Grizzlies. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Y'alls. Bobo, Richardson, Broussard. Florence with 2 hits, stranded runners, 1st and 3rd in the 3rd inning. Have not done much against Ty Good just yet, but also haven't struck out as much as they did last time. Still playing Tettemer trivia in the inning. We'll get to the answer this inning. Marvel night here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Florence will kind of replicate it with Superhero Night on Friday at Thomas More Stadium. And how good will it feel to be back at the press bucket at Thomas More Stadium? Beautiful ballpark, and hopefully a few more Y'alls wins against a rival in the Evansville Otters. Brendan Bobo will dig in. He walked on 4 pitches his last time up. A lot of off speeds. First pitch from Good. Misses upstairs. So our question was for Tettemer Trivia. Corbin Carroll is in his 4th full season in Major League Baseball. Already has the 3rd most triples among active players. I want to know what 2 players are tied for the active lead in triples currently. They both play in the American League. 1-0. Fastball, or off-speed upstairs. We saw Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Mike Trout for Aiden Murphy. Rich Tettemer said Jose Altuve and George Springer. Andre Padavani said Pete Crow Armstrong and Jaron Duran. And then Joe Palladino said Jose Altuve and Trey Turner. 2-0 in there for a strike, 2-1. Corey Carlson, Mike Trout, and Jose Altuve. And Zach Jury did say Mike Trout and then asked if Andrew McCutchen was in the American League right now. So technically Trout and McCutchen, he says. That one misses downstairs. And then Jacob Brown went through pretty much every American League player. He started off first with Duran, Varsho, and Gunnar, and then Bobby Witt, and then named Julio, and then named Bellinger, Brandon Nimmo, Jose Ramirez. He even threw out Rhys Hoskins. I think that was more of a joke. 3-1, no good. A 5-pitch walk to Brendan Bobo. That'll bring up Zade Richardson with a runner on first to start the inning. Corey Seager, Vlad Guerrero, Byron Buxton. He said no way Judge, and then finally said Trout as well. So a lot of people have said Trout. And then got some Jose Altuves as well. Those are the two leaders right now in the clubhouse. First pitch to Richardson, tries to go backside. That one's flying out towards right field. Castillo coming in. It's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. Bobo is over at second safely. Thought about extending it to the third on a bobble from Castillo. How about that? Zade Richardson absolutely mashes one out towards right field and gets robbed of a home run. But the one that he actually gets a hit on is just a bloop down the line. That's baseball. First and second, nobody out. 68 off the bat there, just 214 on the distance. Oh, Alex Gruberman with a late entry here. Says real Kyle Dawson and TC Popcorn. Both good guesses. No one misses inside. Dawson, obviously the broadcaster for the Washington Wild Things. Popcorn, broadcaster for Schaumburg Boomers. Garrett Broussard at the plate, a 1-0 count on him. First and second, nobody out. Good chance for Florence. The 1-0 misses downstairs. 2-0. I do have all the active leaders right now. I'm just trying to find a spot to start. Let's go. This is all for triples here. So we'll go to Jose Ramirez, who's tied for 9th. So technically that'll be 10th at 43. That one misses outside 3-0. Jose Ramirez and Nick Castellanos, shockingly, tied for 9th there on the lead. Castellanos just been playing a long time. It's also pretty gracious to say that he's active. I don't think he's on a current team. Maybe you're not inactive until, the next season. You're just in that free agency pool. 3-0 outside. 4-pitch walk to load the bases for Marcus Brodell. Florence with their best opportunity yet. In 8th is Ketel Marte with 45. And then right above him, this one's also odd. Ahmed Rosario is tied with Shohei Ohtani for 47. Ohtani, that's pretty good. It's a big guy moving around getting triples. 47 already in his career. And in the top 5, like all of these can make sense. I think, the bottom 5 of that top 10, you're all right, yeah, you're shocked by a little bit. So people that were voted on and are just not on the top 10, Jarren Duran has 36, he's in 13th. Brandon Nimmo, 35, he's in 15th. JT Realmuto tied with Nimmo, how about that? Bobby Witt Jr.'s at 35 and 15th. Jose Altuve was a top getter. He's only got 32, 21st. And then Byron Buxton's tied with him, 21st overall. First pitch to Brodell. Ground ball right side, and that's by the sliding Morgan into right field. Bobo will come in to score. Everybody else station to station. A 1-1 ball game. That'll be an RBI single for Marcus Brodell. RBI single for Brodell. That was 106 off the bat. Just a rope that Morgan, honestly, if he just he slid, only going with the glove hand. If he just puts a body part on that, he's got one out. First pitch to Dylan Baker. I think the last person you want to see with the bases loaded here at Arsenal BG Ballpark, if you're a Grizzlies fan. 1-1 ball game. Nobody out, bases juiced. Nobody warming up at the pen for the Grizzlies. Another big opportunity for Florence. Ground ball. It might turn two, but it brings home the go-ahead run. That one misses inside. Trey Turner's 5th overall in triples, 48. Andrew McCutcheon was a guess. He's at 4th overall with 50. Obviously, we know Carroll is 3rd overall with 52. 1-1-2 Baker, check swing, top of the zone. Doesn't go all the way around. Had to appeal down the first base side. Two one. Ground ball, third base side, and foul. Gonna say it hit off his foot anyway. 2-2. I can tell you Trout is one of the answers. So congratulations to everyone who said Trout. Nobody was able to get the other person tied with him. That is currently playing in the American League. Has spent some time in the American League with 2 teams that I know of. And then I would say has spent more time in his career in the National League. 2-2 to Baker. Misses upstairs, a full count. Nobody out. Richardson on third, Broussard on second, Brodell on first. From the stretch, good. Glove of the belt. Payoff pitch. Baker skies one foul down the left field line. Oh, Jay Warford tuning in. He says, I know Mike Trout is 1, but no idea who would be the second, so my guess is Altuve. So Altuve getting a lot of recognition. Ranks 21st on the active list. Payoff again, off speed, college strength 3. Froze Dylan Baker. 3rd K of the day for Ty Good. It's a tough spot because, again, you just put the ball in play, and you do take the lead, regardless of a double play or not. Now, put the ball in play, a double play would end the inning. So that's a tough spot to go down looking. Kyle Harbison shows bunt. Pulls back, it's in there for a strike on the off speed. A lot of this curveball from Ty Good. It's amazing that it has had such success against the Yalls. When he was with Florence, especially as a reliever, the curveball, I think, was one of his most hit pitches. Just seemed like it was so looping in there, and everyone had time to sit on it and hit it. But now he's found some success with it. 0-1 shows bunt again. I don't know what that play is. I really don't know at all because you have Richardson at third who's not fully breaking. That play doesn't make sense. Now an 0-2 count to Harbison. Struck out looking his last time up. Kick the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss way behind 80 miles per hour. Back-to-back Ks from Good, and Florence is letting Good off the hook here. This is, an inning where you look back at in the 9th inning. If you're down, you're like, man, squandered an opportunity. Jackson Tucker tying his shoes. Guess they are going to call timeout on it. It's an egregious timeout. Everyone's so finicky on what constitutes a timeout. I mean, if you just let go of the bat, you automatically get free time to go get pine tar. And the pitch clock's just not running. It's not a timeout at all. It's very odd. So if Tucker just threw his bat all the way down the left field line, he gets a free timeout. Now he doesn't have one in the at-bat. Bases loaded, 2 away. Florence trying not to let it slip. First pitch, swing and a miss. Tucker, a single his last time up. Started off, bases loaded, nobody out. You got 1 run. Got to do something else. 0-1. Misses downstairs and gets away. Richardson coming home. Ty Good not even there. That'll make that a 2-1 ball game. Runners move off to second and third. Florence might not be able to do it themselves, but Ty Good does help them out. Wild pitch there brings home Richardson. One. Kick the pitch. Misses downstairs. Two and one, the count. They're calling that a pass ball on Alvarez. I can see that. They're giving that an error as well, so that'll be an unearned run. 2-1. Tucker skies it foul 2-2. Florence kind of gifted the lead here. Marcus Brodell was able to come through with the bases loaded, but Baker and Harbison striking out. And Jackson Tucker down to his final strike. See what he can do with a 2-2 count. Straight up defense for the Grizzlies. There's a ground ball up the middle. They're shading him a little bit up there this time. 2-2, Tucker, ground ball, left side. Two-hopper over towards the shortstop. Got to be a quick release. Throw on to first. In time. Bang, bang play over at first. Tucker thought he was safe. He is arguing it. Let's see if we can get a replay on HDN. It's Akira Gook, who just had an awful call yesterday. Doesn't look like we got a replay here. So we will head to the bottom of the fourth. Florence squanders a big-time opportunity when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the fourth inning, a 2-1 lead for Florence. Did leave a lot of meat on the bone there in the fourth, stranding two runners in scoring position. Also had a heck of an opportunity with the bases loaded and nobody out. Off speed in there for a strike. Evan Webster working with a lead now. Should feel comfortable. It is heart of the order for Gateway. 3-4-5 due up for the Grizzlies. Let's see if he can keep rolling. Just 2 hits so far against Webster. 0-1 in there. I think everyone in the press box here also thought Tucker was safe, so that's also good. That's just some tough calls from Akira Gook. Also as well on a check swing from Baker. I thought he went around as well. 0-2, ground ball right side, diving play over from Zeisler. Covering at first is Webster. He's there for out number 1. 3-1 put away and a nice PFP all the way around. Zeisler with the slide and Evan Webster using the wheels to get over. Brings up Bryson Horn. He grounded into a PFP his last time up. So we know Mike Trout was one of the Tettemer trivia answers. The other one we were looking for that no one got, Starling Marte with 55 triples, tied with Trout there for the active lead. Marte still with the Kansas City Royals. First pitch missing outside. You remember him when he came up with the Pittsburgh Pirates, was there for a good amount of time. Then went to Arizona, then went to Miami for a little bit. Cup of coffee in Oakland, came over to the Mets, and now is in the Kansas City Royals. 1-0. Misses a bit inside. 2-0 the count. He had 10 triples in his second season, his first full season in Major League Baseball. 2-0, missing downstairs. 3-0 the count. Had a lot of stolen bases, especially in 2021. Had 47 swipe bags. Had 2 seasons of 47. Those were his career highs. In there for a strike. I love his baseball reference because it shows in bold what he led the league in. The only things he led the league in caught stealing twice, and then played in 61 games in 2020, which is just so funny to see. There's a ball forward to Bryson Horn. First walk allowed from Evan Webster. Brings up Jose Alvarez. But to play 61 games in a 60-game season is pretty impressive. And now he was traded from the Diamondbacks to the Marlins during that season. And then the next season, the Marlins traded him to Oakland. So in 2 seasons, he was traded around. Back when he was, hitting 281, 310. A very good player. First pitch, swing and a miss to Alvarez. Grounded out to short his last time up. So Starling Marte and Mike Trout were the 2 answers. Nobody gets it correct. First person to get Mike Trout was actually Aiden Murphy. 0-1, fouls it away. Bottom of the 4th, a 2-1 Y'all's lead. That 1-2 the count here to Alvarez. 3 Ks so far for Webster. 0-2. Check swing all the way around. A little bit of a check swing and then just knew that he went all the way, so he kept going. That's the 4th K of the day for Webster. Got him on the high cheddar. 89 top of the zone. Really good spot there from the lefty. That'll bring up Mitchell Sanford, who struck up his last time now. First pitch to the lefty Sanford. Off speed misses outside at 75. Well, look at that. The sun's starting to peek through a little bit as it's setting behind the first base side of the stadium. One 0, swing and a miss. Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. That off speed is breaking away from him. From the stretch, middle of the rubber is Webster. Kick fires the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Top of the zone, back-to-back Ks from Webster to strand a walk over at first. We head it to the top of the 5th. Florence looking to add to a 2-1 lead when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the fifth inning, it's a 2-1 Y'all's lead. Ty Good back out of the mound for the Grizzlies. Brett Blomquist leads things off. 2-3-4 due up for Florence. Blomquist, Zeisler, and Bobo. Good Let's Go Grizzlies chant going on. Couple kids behind home plate. Off speed in there for a strike. Tough inning there for Ty Good. Had the 2 walks, loaded the bases with nobody out, but he was able to fire back 2 strikeouts, get himself out of a lot of damage. It was just the one pass ball that Florence was able to get to take the lead. Other than that, they really did not damage much or do as much as they could have. Left a lot of meat on the bone there in the 4th. I'll have to ask about the Harbison bunting situation there with the bases loaded. It doesn't seem like a spot where you'd bunt. Especially when Richardson was the runner on third. He wasn't like breaking for a suicide or safety even. It was an interesting one. We're past that now though. 2-1 ball game. 1-2 off speed. Called strike 3. It's the 5th K of the day for Ty Good. He's fooled a lot of Florence hitters with that curveball. Brings up Hank Zeisler. Heck of a shift on Zeisler. Shortstop shaded all the way up the middle, and Davey Morgan playing in shallow right field. First pitch roped down the first base line. Good from the stretch. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Zeisler's gotten to 0-2 counts in all 3 at-bats so far. He's been out in front of that off-speed. Again, if you're able to see it out of the hand, and maybe it is because Good is just so over the top that his fastball is looking reminiscent of that off-speed, of that curve, that's just breaking the same way straight down. But if you're able to see that, all you got to do is wait. And it's not coming in too hard. 0-2. Fouls it away. Like I said, when Good was with the Y'alls, it seemed like that curveball was always getting pieced. Oh, 2 misses outside. From the stretch, 1-2. Off speed misses outside. 73 there, 22-19. It's got 10 inches of vertical break. About 10, 11 inches of vertical break on that. So, I mean, it is, over the top, a 12-6 curve. 2-2, out in front of the off speed. Down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks, 6th on the day for Ty Good. Florence once again just at the mercy of Ty Good. Back-to-back starts. He's picked up 15 Ks against the Y'alls. Now across 8 2/3 innings. Think about that. 8 2/3 innings from Good in 2 starts against Florence. 15 Ks. That one misses downstairs to Brendan Bobo. And then he's just been scared to throw to Bobo. 2 walks to him. And that's definitely a strategy. Not going to give Bobo anything that he can hit in the zone. And maybe that's why, Bobo hasn't had much success at Arsenal BG Ballpark yet. You think about a short porch for a power guy pull side like Bobo. That'd be day in Candyland. Check swing doesn't go around. 2-0. 2-0. Missing downstairs, about an inch below the plate. Tie good. Down to a crouch after that. That is below the zone. It's a good call. 3-0 the count. Here's the 3-0. In there for a strike. Wonder if he had the green light there. Looked like a stop sign the whole way. I guess if you're going to give a guy a green light, it'd probably be Brendan Bobo. Three and one. Swing and a miss, bottom of the zone. That's ball 4. Now a full count. If you think 3-1, you're just usually thinking your pitch. I think Bobo thought he saw a meatball there and ended up just be a changeup dropping off the table. Payoff. Misses downstairs. Ends up working his 3rd walk anyway. First 3-walk day of the season for Brendan Bobo. Second 3-walk day of the season for Bobo. 2 away and a runner on first for Richardson. Has had some hard contact opposite field today. First at-bat was a long fly out, one that I think was over the wall. Robbing him a home run was Castillo. And the other one was just a bloop down the right field line that worked in for the single. Last inning, he also came in to score on the pass ball. 0-1. Ground ball, left side, two-hopper over towards the third baseman. Thomas, throw on to first is in time. And that will end the inning. Florence in the heart of their order picks up 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a slow roller. We head it to the bottom of the 5th. It's a 2-1 Yells lead when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Evan Webster back out for another inning of work. Bottom of the 5th. Florence with a 2-1 lead. Gavin Baldwin will start things off for the Grizzlies. Baldwin, Brandon, Morgan. Oh, 1 missing inside. The 1-1. Hard hit out towards center field. Baker on the run. It's going to drop in front of him for a base hit and a leaping grab to keep that in front of him. Leadoff single for Gavin Baldwin, picks up his first hit of the day. That'll bring up Cole Brandon, 1-for-1 single and stranded at third in the third inning. First pitch in there for a strike. Oh, 1 misses downstairs. Lefty-lefty battle here. Kick the 1-1 to Brandon, fouls it away 1-2. Webster trying to work through his fifth inning. Middle of the rubber, 1-2 pitch. Misses downstairs, 86. Cole Brandon, such a tough out. I think he knows his strike zone well. Not a guy that's going to go chasing on some stuff out of the zone. Usually just a good contact bat. Does have 4 home runs on the season. 2-2 downstairs. Webster slipped a little bit on that one. Payoff, fouls it away. Kick the payoff pitch again. Ground ball right side. Zeisler gloves it. Tossed to second for 1. Relay over to first. Not in time. Hank Zeisler again calling Akira Gawk out over there. It's been a tough 24 hours. It is Akira Gook over at first base. I mean, just play after play. Seems like he's guessing on what it is. Let's see if we do have a replay for that on HDN. Toby Hall is coming out and looks like he's a little energized on this one. Definitely animated. Gosh, I don't know if I've just to zoom in here on Gook. Extremely young. I need 35 years old plus for all of the Frontier League umpires. I think the median age might be 23. Toby Hall will just head back. It's been tough calls both sides. Really has. A runner on first and 1 away. Brandon with just a fielder's choice there. Almost a very good double play. First pitch missing outside. 1-0 the count. Really nice play there from Hank Zeisler. On a hard hit ball and a back pick. Throw on to second was great. The relay, he was also covering the play at first. There's a ground ball through the left side of the infield. Runners first and second and 1 away. Bottom of the order coming up big again for the Grizzlies. Davey Morgan with a base hit. Brings up Victor Castillo at the top of the order. 0 for 2 today with 2 loud outs far deep into center field. Runners first and second, 1 away. First pitch runs inside, slips out of the hand of Webster. Pickoff attempt over at first, tag applied. He got him. What a pickoff there from Evan Webster. Zeisler behind Davey Morgan over at first. And also a scoop there from Zeisler to actually get that pick as well. That scoop was dug up by Hank Zeisler. Can You Dig It Too? Head over to Can You Dig It RC in Erlanger for hands-on remote control construction and 4x4 rock crawling fun. Visit us in-store or book online at canyoudigitrc.com. 1-1 the count, 2 away with a runner on second. Makes things a little bit more favorable for Webster. Fastball misses inside, 2-1. Florence with a 2-1 lead. Two-one, misses upstairs. 3-1 the count. Webster just the one walk today. This is now his third time through the order. 3-1, swing and a miss. Nice fastball outside. Now a full count. Let's see what he goes to here. He's had some success on a high fastball for his strikeouts. Probably won't go to that with a full count. Payoff pitch, hard, over towards the shortstop. Baker, throw across his body is in time. Just a one-hopper to Dylan Baker. Able to make a very nice play and strand the tying run in scoring position. Heading to the top of the sixth, a 2-1 Y'all's lead looking to add when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the sixth, Florence with a 2-1 lead. It's still tie good out there. Broussard, Brodell, and Baker. The Killer Bees here at the bottom of the order. 6, 7, 8 due up for Florence. The Y'alls with 4 hits. They're even in the hit column with the Grizzlies, but have a 2-1 lead. Tie good, 5 innings pitched, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. He's picked up 6 Ks across 9 innings across these 2 starts from Good against Florence. He's had 15 Ks. Amazing. Florence has not picked him up, and this is their 3rd time through. First pitch to Broussard, an off-speed, missing outside. 79 Broussard, 0 for 1 today, had a walk and stranded at 3rd in the 4th. Florence gifted the lead on a pass ball with the bases loaded. The 1-0 misses downstairs. Good piece from Broussard his first time around. Flied out to center field, was hit on the screws, 95, actually in right center field. Cole Brand, very good defensive center fielder, able to track it down. But it was a loud out for the Y'all's third baseman. 2-0, ground it, left side. Forehand play there from Dale Thomas. Throw across his body is in time. 5-3 on the put away. Two-hopper and trying to punch it through the 5-hole in the infield. Could not get it done. One away. That'll bring up Brodell. Brodell with the lone RBI knock. An RBI single, roped a grounder, 106 that Davey Morgan had just misplayed and went into right field. Big swing and a miss there from Brodell, way downstairs. The off speed on the first pitch from Ty Good. Still nobody warming up in the Gateway pen. A couple people doing some band work. 0-1. Brodell skies one out towards center field. Brannon is working in, and he makes the grab for out number 2. Brings up Dylan Baker 0 for 2 today. Dylan Baker struck out looking his last time up. It was in a big spot with the bases loaded, nobody out. I think that killed a little bit of momentum for Florence. Then Kyle Harbison struck out, and then it was a ground out from Tucker. During the ground out at bat from Tucker, the ball got away from the catcher. Florence able to take a 2-1 lead in the 4th. 1-0. Misses upstairs, 2-0. 2 away with the bases empty here in the top of the 6th. Get to this date in baseball history in the bottom of the 6th. 2-0. Fastball, bottom of the zone in there. That was beneath the zone on TrackMan. From the stretch, 2-1 pitch, misses downstairs. On the off speed, 3-1. Good eye there from Baker. Has been held in check so far today. 0 for 2. Guy with 6 home runs in 4 games here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. 3-1, fouls it away. That was a fastball middle in. Good. The payoff pitch misses outside. 90 miles per hour on the fastball. That is the 5th walk on the day from Ty Good. Still had held Florence in check. 3 of them to Brendan Bobo. That'll bring up Kyle Harbison. Harbison 0 for 2 today with 2 Ks. Does not look like that 400 sell from just a few series ago. 2 Ks yesterday as well on an 0 for 4 line. Trying to get back into that rhythm. Still well above 300 at 338. That one misses upstairs. Baker, 2.5 step lead over at first. 1-0. Off speed in there for a strike to Harbison. It has been that curveball every single time to Harbison pretty much. Sat him down looking in the 3rd. Induced 2 big swings in the 4th. Off speed. Same spot in there for a strike. He is just pulling out on that just a little bit. I wouldn't expect anything else here with 2 strikes. Going right back to that off speed. I don't know if you sit curveball here if you're Harbison, but no doubt it's coming. 1-2. Punches it down the first base line, foul territory. No one's able to get to it. 1-2 the count, 2 away. From the stretch, good. 1-2 pitch, fouls it away. That time able to sit on the off speed, really good. Way to spoil that off. It's been a similar spot each time on the off speed actually from good. It's over the heart of the plate, just a little bit on the outer half to Harbison. 1-2. Missing downstairs with the breaker. I think he's just seen one fastball in the at-bat. 2-2 the count. Good over 100 pitches. Runner on first, 2 away. Deuce is wild. Kick, 2-2 pitch. Misses upstairs, a full count. Straight up defense for the Grizzlies. Baker will be off on this pitch with a full count now and 2 away. Top of the order awaiting on deck. Called time for the pitch clock violation. How about that? The home plate umpire shaking his head at you over here. Here's the payoff. Misses downstairs and gets away from the catcher. Baker was on his way to second. Kyle Harbison, I don't know if he knew that was the walk there. Now he's going to head on over to first. Runners first and second. Two away. Nobody warming up for the Grizzlies, so this is Good's inning right now. That's his 6th walk, and again, like I said, he's over 100 pitches. Now here's a little mound visit, maybe trying to get someone loose. They will. That's the manager for the Grizzlies. No one warming up, so he'll stay in the game and just buy some time for a lefty to get thrown in the bullpen. As we head to the top of the order, Jackson Tucker 1 for 3 today. Again, another big spot for Tucker. Tried to get a 2-out rally going in the 3rd with a single. Came up with the bases loaded and grounded out to short in the 4th. Meeting on the mound is done. They have a Spider-Man themed camera. Just Tobey Maguire's face going around the video board. That was a good one. 2 away, 1st and 2nd. Top of the 6th, the Y'alls with a 2-1 lead. Narrowly ahead of the Grizzlies. Good trying to escape some damage in his final inning. First pitch to Tucker. Fastball. Misses outside to 89. 21:07 on the spin rate. Tucker, 2 ground outs to short. His base hit was a ground ball up the middle. The 1-0. Fouls it away. Fastball way upstairs. 1-1. Y'all's trying to come through. Straight up defense for the Grizzlies. The 1-1. Misses downstairs. Off speed there, 80 miles per hour. Beneath the zone. Quiet crowd here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. 2-1. Tucker skies one out towards left center field. That's well hit. Sanford, warning track to the wall, and it's off the wall. Run comes in to score. A stop sign to Harbison at third. Jackson Tucker is in with an RBI double. Florence on top 3-1. 98 off the bat, 372 on the distance. Just not enough to get over that double-decker wall in left center field. But a very good hit from Tucker. He picks up his second of the day, and Florence now with a 2-run lead. Dylan Baker came home to score. Harbison was running from first, got over to third. And that brings up Brett Blomquist. Runners second and third now against Ty Good. He's still out there. I don't think the lefty is warm yet as Blomquist skies one out towards left field. Sanford warning track to the wall. Ambush home run. First pitch from Blomquist. A 3-run jack. Florence on top 6-1. 78, there's that off speed. Sit on it and bang it. Pull side there for Brett Blomquist. 357 on the distance, 95 off the bat. Y'all's with a 5-run lead. 8th home run on the season for Blomquist. He's now tied for second on the team lead, and that will do it for Ty Good. A pitch to wait as we head to the Gateway bullpen when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Hank Zeisler here in the top of the 6th. 6-1 lead for Florence. A Hooves hangout pitching changes. Zeisler skies the first pitch out towards right field. Castillo at the warning track makes the grab to end the inning. That was Josh Dima in for Ty Good. Go see J.J. Hoover for a Hooves hangout pitching change at Hooves hangout in Alexandria, 405 Washington Street. Tweet. Florence with a 6-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Evan Webster back out for another inning of work when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom of the sixth, Florence with a 6-1 lead over the Grizzlies. Evan Webster back out for another inning of work. This time a little bit more comfortable lead. That's the way I've been wording it when it's, still a close game. 5-run lead now for the Yalls. No lead safe at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Off speed in there for strength to Sawyer Smith. Tagged Webster for a home run in the first. Webster has settled in, allowed 4 hits, just 1 walk, and has picked up 5 Ks as well. 0-1, swing and a miss out in front of the off speed with Sawyer Smith. Oh, 2 misses outside. Fastball just a little bit out there. One, 2. Sent down the left field line, out towards deep left. Brodell over near the wall makes the grab for out number 1. Good track down there from Brodell, one that just kept slicing in foul territory. The wind also really pushed that one. It's blowing right in that direction right now. And a long fly out. One away for Dale Thomas, 0 for 2 today. Off speed misses upstairs. Let's get to this date in baseball history. That one's skied foul. 1-1. One bounces in the dirt. 2-1. One away with the bases empty. Straight up defense for Florence. This state baseball history always brought to you by Furniture Fair. Style, comfort, value. That's the Furniture Fair promise. Visit your local showroom or shop online at FurnitureFair.net. Fastball inside, no good. 3-1 the count. Just 1 walk so far for Webster. Looking back on June 24th, all years of baseball history. 3-1. Whoa. Massive cut there from Thomas. A foul ball, 3-2. Starting things off in 1947. The Dodgers win 4-2 over the Pirates in 1947. Jackie Robinson swipes home for the first of 19 times in his career. Payoff pitch, fouls it away. I don't remember if the first time he stole home is what's highlighted in the movie 42. Either way, they do highlight that well. 19 times is amazing stealing home. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Another big cut from Thomas. Out of the glove, but tag applied there from Harbison. Thomas is saying he got a tip of it and is arguing at the plate. 6th K of the day for Webster. Second out here in the 6th. That was Will Noleski behind home plate. Harmon Killebrew hit his first home run, 1955. This date, 1955. How about this one for the Reds fans back home? 1970, June 24th, the Reds play their final game at Cincinnati's Crosley Field, beating the Giants 5-4. They retired at mid-season. That's pretty interesting. 0-1, ground ball right side. Blomquist over there, sliding grab. Gets back to the legs. Throw on to first in time. 4-3 on the put away. And a 1-2-3 frame from Evan Webster. Heading to the top of the 7th, it's a 6-1 ball game when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top of the 7th, Florence looking to add to a 6-1 lead over the Grizzlies. Brendan Bobo, Zade Richardson, and Garrett Broussard will lead things off against Josh Dieman, the left-handed pitcher on the mound. He threw just one pitch to Hank Zeisler. It's a deep fly out to right field. First pitch in there for strike. Bobo. No at-bats technically today. He's got 3 walks in all 3 plate appearances. So 0 for 0 with 3 walks on the day. 1 run scored. That one's fouled away. 0-2. Swing and a miss, bottom of the zone. Got a tip of it. Still doing our This Day in Baseball history. 0-2. Misses upstairs. We talked about Jackie Robinson swiping home for the first time in his career on this date. That one's fouled away. What about another guy with a lot of stolen bases? 1979, Ricky Henderson makes his major league debut for Oakland in a 5-1 loss to Texas in the first game of a doubleheader. Henderson has a single and a double and 4 at-bats and steals the first base of his big league career. The all-time stolen base leader. 1-2, swing and a miss. Bobo down on strengths on a crafty off-speed there from Dima. Left-handed pitcher did face Florence just a few series ago. Florence had a little tough time against him. Xander Lovin was usually Dima's piggyback partner. This time he comes off the back of Ty Good. 8 games, 0-1 record, 4.26 ERA. First pitch to Richardson, misses outside. Richardson, a 1 for 3 day. Came home to score back in the 4th. Dima, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 3 Ks against Florence the last time he faced him. That one's fouled away. Extended relief on all of these appearances. 5 2/3, 3 innings, and then 2 2/3 innings. His last time out against New Jersey actually was an abbreviated start. 4 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 5 walks, and 3 Ks. So New Jersey got to him. 1-1, fouls it away. 1-2. Working from a sideways windup, third base side of the rubber. Shakes off a pitch, now has it. Winds the 1-2, misses upstairs to Richardson. What about 1992? Commissioner Fay Vincent permanently bans Steve Howe from baseball after he pleads no contest to misdemeanor charge of attempting to buy cocaine. The ban is subsequently overturned, and Vincent resigns September 7th after a vote of no confidence from owners. Howe will pitch for 4 more years. How has that happened? That one misses upstairs, a walk for Richardson. That's a wildest date in baseball history. First you accuse a guy and ban him, and then it's overturned and the commissioner resigns after a vote of no confidence from owners, and Howe ends up pitching 4 more years after that. Wild in 1992. First pitch to Garrett Broussard, a swing and a miss. Runner on first and 1 away. 1994, Jeff Bagwell of the Astros becomes the 28th player to hit 2 home runs in 1 inning when he connects twice in the 7th or the 6th against the Dodgers. Bagwell adds another homer in the 8th. Ground ball over towards the shortstop. 1 hopper throw on to first. Not in time. Garrett Broussard able to leg out a high-hopping infield single. Runners first and second and 1 away. First hit of the day for Broussard, a 1 for 3 line with a walk. That'll bring up Marcus Brodell. 2 runners on and 1 out for the lefty. And this could be a sign of anything right here. Isaac Milburn will go out to the first base coach and relieve Tyler Schoenfeld. Maybe spelling something that Schoenfeld could come in here. Wanted to put on the jersey. So that's a mid-game change. Schoenfeld was the first base coach, and now it's Isaac Milburn over there. Milburn activated off the IL today. First pitch to Brodell, missing outside. And then let's go our last one here, 1997. Randy Johnson ties Steve Carlton's Major League record for left-handers with 19 Ks against the Oakland A's. Breaks Ron Guidry's AL mark for lefties, but like Carlton, Johnson takes the loss in his 19K game. Mark McGwire's 538-foot homer powers Oakland to a 4-1 victory. My goodness. 538 feet, just a casual one against Randy Johnson. Wow. That's a heck of a this state in baseball history. Not as active as what we had yesterday. Certainly still a good one. 2-0 the count to Brodell. Kick the 2-0 pitch. Misses outside. 3-0. Just a miss downstairs. Brodell, an RBI single back in the fourth. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Dima trying to find it here. First and second and 1 away. 3-0. Misses downstairs. A 4-pitch walk to Marcus Brodell. Second walk of the inning from Dima. That'll load the bases and 1 away. And that'll bring up Dylan Baker. So a similar spot for Baker, who last time he saw the bases loaded was with nobody out. And he did strike out looking there. This time against a lefty, Dima. Florence with a 6-1 lead, looking to add a good RBI opportunity. Baker has had some success here at Arsenal BG Ballpark with 6 homers. I say some success. It's a lot of success. Swing and a miss. 6 homers in his last 4 games. He's been held in check today. 0 for 2 line with a walk and a run scored. Does he have any more magic left in him? Certainly not easy with that wind blowing in directly to home plate right now. 0-1, fouls it away, 0-2. It's another opportunity where if you're confident for Baker, and you can leg out a double play, ground ball would bring in a run, bring in an insurance run. Stephen Gregg's looking for more insurance runs. 0-2, 1 away. Kick the 0-2 pitch. Off speed, misses outside. 79 miles per hour there. Kick the 1-2. Punches it down the right field line. If it's fair, it's a fair ball. It bounces off the wall. 1 run will come in to score. Right on Richardson's back is Broussard. A stop sign to Brodell at third, and it's a 2-run double for Dylan Baker. Down the right field line, just snuck in fair territory. I'm totally blind over there in the right field corner. Cannot see, where that ball actually lands. So it was just off the call of the first base umpire. But it is a tight corner over there. And ends up in the favor of Dylan Baker, who brings home 2 insurance runs. Florence with an 8-1 lead. And that might do it for Dima, yeah. That will. Runners second and third and 2 away. They'll make another Hooves Hangout pitching change when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. back here in the top half of the 7th inning. Florence with an 8-1 lead. New pitcher in for Gateway Grizzlies. Right-hander in for Josh Dima, who just gets an out here in the 7th. He's gone 2/3 of an inning, still on tap for runners 2nd and 3rd. Kyle Harbison, the batter. That one misses outside 1-1. That is number 27, Xander Lovin. Florence saw him as a starter, and Lovin did not fare well. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss to Harbison. Harbison 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Dylan Baker, a 2-run double. He's out on 2nd, and Marcus Brodell on 3rd. Infield in for Gateway with 1 away. Lovin fires home a 1-2. Ground ball left side over towards Thomas. Throw goes to the plate. They got Brodell caught between 3rd and home. In the pickle there, chasing him home. Brodell tries to run out of the zone, and he's tagged. Tough base running mistake there from Brodell on what is a fielder's choice. 5-2, 6-1 on the put away. Harbison moves over towards 1st, and Baker does have some sense and gets over to 3rd. You would have thought Harbison maybe could have got to 2nd as well. Didn't want to extend it. It was 4 throws there on the fielder's choice. 2 away. Runners at the corners for Jackson Tucker with an RBI double his last time up. He's got 2 hits, a 2-for-4 line, and a run scored. First pitch and off speed in there for a strike. Fastball misses outside. 1-1 the count. Florence already with 2 insurance in the inning. An 8-1 lead. Now into the Gateway bullpen. Florence trying to win the series here in Gateway. 1-1, ground ball up the middle, off the leg of Lovin and into center field for a base hit. A run comes in to score, that's Baker. Another RBI from Jackson Tucker, his 3rd hit of the day. Florence on top 9-1. I think that one glanced off the leg of Lovin. It was still a hard hit ball up the middle. 100 off the bat there from Tucker. Back-to-back innings with an RBI for the all-center fielder. Now 2nd and 3rd. I'm sorry, 1st and 2nd. And 2 away for Blomquist. A 3-run homer his last time up. He's got a 2-hit day working. 3 RBIs as well. 8 home runs on the season now for Blomquist. That ties Baker for 2nd on the team lead. Just 1 behind Brendan Bobo. 1-0. Whoa, swing and a miss, and the bat goes out towards shortstop. Something you don't see. Usually when you see that, it's just pulling and ends up off a net or into a dugout. That one was in play. Blomquist going to get some pine tar now. This is what I was talking about earlier in the game. You know, if you throw your bat, you're granted a free timeout. And like nothing even on the pitch clock. So that's always the thing. If you already use your timeout in an at-bat, you may look silly, but if you want another timeout, just throw your bat, and you're granted a free one. Either do that or what we saw a few series ago, just fake that something's in your eye. You'll be granted that timeout again as well. A few tricks around the pitch clock. 1-1. Misses outside, 2-1. Two one, misses upstairs, 3-1. Two away, 1st and 2nd. Florence with 3 runs in the inning. They're up 9-1 in the 7th. 3-1 pitch to Blomquist, misses downstairs. 5-pitch walk to Brett Blomquist. First, the base is loaded. Florence sending their 9th to the plate. It's Hank Zeisler. He has ended 3 innings today. An 0-for-4 line for Zeisler. He'll step into this at-bat trying to protect a 14-game on-base streak. First pitch to the captain. Off speed in there for a strike. Bases loaded. Florence threatening again. At shortstop still shaded up the middle against Zeisler. Zeisler skies one down the left field line, but foul. 0-2 the count. And I had made this note earlier. It seems like Zeisler keeps starting these at-bats today, 0-2. 0-2. That one's hard hit into center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run will come in to score. Right on his back is Tucker. A 2-run single from the captain. Florence on top, 11-1. The Yalls have hit around in the 7th and have extended their lead to 10. That on-base streak will extend to 15 games for the captain. He comes through here in the 7th. That was just a hard hit ball, too. 101 off the bat. Harbison and Tucker come home to score. Brendan Bobo led off this inning with a strikeout. That one misses upstairs. 0-for-1 on the day with 3 walks and a run scored. Check swing downstairs, no good. (2-0). Ground ball to Hopper over towards the second baseman. Gloves it, throw on to first is in time to end the inning. The Yalls send 9 to the plate and bring home 5. They take a 11-1 lead into the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time for Evan Webster when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Back here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, it's stretch time at Arsenal BG Ballpark, always brought to you by the Stretch Lab. Visit Stretch Lab online to find a location near you today. Their team of highly trained flexologists will give you a deeper stretch than you could ever achieve on your own. Evan Webster's still out there looking for his 7th inning of work. He's had 85 pitches entering this inning and an 11-1 lead that he's working with. A 1-0 count to Otto Jones, who's pinch hitting for Jose Alvarez here in the 7th. Ground ball, one hopper over towards Broussard. Gloves it, throw across the diamond is in time. 5-3 on the put away. It's the last member available on the bench for the Grizzlies. Jones will take over as the catcher. Sanford digs in, 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Florence with a 2-run double from Dylan Baker, an RBI single from Jackson Tucker, and a 2-run single from Hank Zeisler. Put up 5 in the 7th to take an 11-1 lead. And I'll be posting all 3 of those on Twitter for the Y'alls. 0-1, ground ball, slow roller foul. If you're ever seeing a lack of highlights on Instagram or Facebook, always go to your Twitter as well. Always go to X, because that's where I'm actively posting all of our more of the, hey, that's an RBI single, or and not just, the home runs, the big stuff. That stuff goes on Instagram. That stuff gets the bigs post. But X, will have a lot more highlights. 0-2, misses outside. Again, I still call it Twitter. Hey, you got to. It's just what everyone knows it as. Two and 2 the count. Florence hoping to take home the series here. Webster with a great job getting back on track. 2-2, check swing. Doesn't go all the way around. It certainly looked like it. 1 away, now a full count. They are saying that it was a strike regardless on the swing. How about that? The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Ball doesn't lie either way. Picks up the 7th K of the outing for Webster. Allowed a solo shot in the first, and it's just been dialed since then. Still on the 3rd time around the order for the Grizzlies. Now it's Gavin Baldwin, 1 for 2 today. Warming up in the bullpen, Ahmad Harajli for Florence. That one's fouled away. Ten hits for the Y'alls, 4 for the Grizzlies. Baldwin with one of those. 0-1, bounces in the dirt. Again, Webster entered with about 85 pitches here. You can assume he's at 100 by the end of this inning. Probably going to be it for him after 7 strong. 1-1 swing and a miss. It was a really good bounce-back performance from Webster. Obviously, 2 starts preceding this one. Struggled just a little bit. I mean, went for 11 innings in those 2 starts combined. 1-2. That one misses upstairs. Giving up 19 hits and 14 runs. Certainly not what we've seen from the Y'alls ace all season, but this is a good get-right game, and we'll put him in elite territory with 6 wins on the season. The only other pitcher with 6 wins. You know what? Maybe I'm jumping ahead. I'm jumping ahead. Can't be doing that. Cannot be doing that. If he was to win this game, that would put him at 6 wins, tied with Ross Thompson for the league high. How about that? Former Florence Y'all. 2-2. Misses. Oh, called strike 3, bottom of the zone. A late call. About an inch below the plate as well. Evan Webster, tip of the cap, 8 Ks, another 1-2-3 frame to end the 7th. He will end his outing, retiring 7 in a row. What a job for the Southpaw. in a get-right game. The Y'all's on top 11-1. We head to the top of the 8th when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Hooves Hangout Pitching Change, looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. It'll be the first reliever for the Grizzlies with a clean inning. The left-handed pitcher Claudio Galva in an 11-1 ball game, just trying to wrap things up here as Richardson fouls the 1-0 away, a 1-1 count. Richardson today 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs scored, and a single back in the 4th. Been on a tear at the plate, 367 average. 1-1, hard hit left side, and that's through for another 2-hit ball game for Richardson. That one was roped as well. 104 off the bat, just a worm burner on the ground. Leadoff single for the Y'alls. That'll bring up Garrett Broussard, another 1 for 3 line with a walk and a run scored. Singled his last time up, legged out a high hopper in the infield. First pitch to Garrett Broussard, a swing and a miss. Claudio Galva has been hit around as of late. Galva, 2-2 record with a 14.34 ERA. 0-1 ground ball over towards the shortstop. Should be 2. Toss to second 1. Relay on to first. In time, 6-4-3. Taylor made double play. Wipes the bases clean now for Marcus Brodell. But if you are manager Kyle Goodell, this is the spot where you throw Galva, obviously in a 10-run deficit. Maybe it serves as a get-right game for the left-handed pitcher. Second season with the Grizzlies. Tossed 5 shutout innings with 7 Ks to earn the win in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series last season. He was very good last year. And he won the Wild Card Series against Washington. Pretty amazing. Has not had everything go his way. And he was on tap for that barn burner of a game in Brockton, where the Grizzlies allowed 5 runs in the 9th and then a 3-run homer, a walk-off for Brockton. 0-2 the count to the lefty Marcus Brodell in a lefty-lefty battle here. 0-2. Misses outside. Maharajli still warming up. It's going to be his inning in the top of the 8th. 1-2. Roped over to the Y'all's bullpen, but foul. That one misses. 2-2. Galvo, first base side of the rubber. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, hard hit over towards the second baseman. This time Morgan with the slide and makes the grab to end the inning. 4-3 on the put away of Brodell. A leadoff single from Richardson, an unconventional 1-2-3 from Galva. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Florence with an 11-1 lead, and in comes Ahmad Harajli when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom of the 8th, an 11-1 lead over the Gateway Grizzlies. Ahmad Harajli is your Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change. With a new wing coming into the game, you can pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. Ahmad Harajli in for Evan Webster. Night is done for the Y'all's ace. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, just 1 run, a walk, and a season-high 8 Ks. What a get-right game for the Southpaw Webster. Leaves with a commanding 10-run lead in Ahmad Harajli. A 1-1 count to Cole Brannon. Talk about just getting things right in order for Evan Webster. Season-high 8 Ks. Goes 7 innings for the second time this year. That one's fouled away. And sets up what is hopefully a solid 2-start week next week against Windy City and Mississippi. And I'm still questioning that Mississippi series. And I'm assuming Florence still attacks it the same way. But right now it's scheduled as a doubleheader on July 4th, that Saturday. So you would travel from Windy City on Thursday night. You're not going to get into Mississippi until noon the next day. Play a game that night, Friday in Mississippi, and then a doubleheader Saturday, fouled it away. It's one of the worst scheduling I've ever seen. But more so if that is a doubleheader on Saturday. Because then you're not only just traveling a long way for 3 quick games, you're spending one night and then you're back on the bus. Really would be a tough little road trip there. In Florence, we know how they are on travel games. 2-2, missing outside. Full count now. Colbrand in the batter. Full count on him, nobody out. Payoff pitch misses inside. Maharajli walks the first batter he sees. Brings up Davey Morgan. Yeah, we've seen Toby Hall be quick on some of these. Maharajli already getting a meeting from the y'all skipper. Florence has had several of these outings this year where it's just, should be can of corn, right? 10 runs, just fire strikes, get in there, get out, and the ball game. And sometimes Florence has just had some relievers throw a little bit wild, and Toby Hall has been pretty quick on relieving them. It's happened to Harajli before. It's happened to Blake Donnan. Happened to Liam Alpern. Travis Phelps. A lot of the Florence bullpen has had it happen to them. Let's go for a baker's dozen, says Sergeant Bilko. I'm always happy with more y'all's runs. That one fouls away. Brandon was off for the races. Let's get into our Rip That Back segment here in the bottom of the 8th. Y'all's with 11-1 lead. Sounds like a good time. Open some baseball cards. Going to continue with our Topps Chrome update. Have not pulled much of anything from the Topps Chrome update series yet. Yesterday I had a silent Rip That Pack when things were getting serious in the bottom of the 8th. This time we'll talk a little bit more through it. Yesterday didn't really get much of anything, so didn't miss anything. 1-1. That one does miss upstairs. Have still not gotten any color on any of these packs. Pretty amazing. Two-one. In there for a strike. We get Ryan Rollison, rookie card for the Rockies. Arrived at 2025 spring training feeling healthier than he had in years. Fastball was up 3 miles per hour, and he booked a 1.08 ERA in the Cactus League before shining at AAA Albuquerque. The Isotopes. 2-2 from Harajli, misses upstairs. Another full count. Earned the call to Colorado mid-May, putting up zeros in each of his initial 3 outings. A rookie card there, Ryan Rollison. Another full count. Payoff pitch, skied foul. This is the bottom of the order for the Grizzlies. Runner on first, nobody out. Get a rookie card, rookie debut, Jace Young. Payoff. Off speed outside. Back-to-back walks from Harajli. First and second, nobody outs. No lead is safe at Arsenal BG Ballpark. You know that's going through the minds of Toby Hall and Harrison DeNicola right now. Also just never want to give any momentum away. Off speed missing inside. Harajli has had up and down outings for Florence. Had a stint on the IL, out for a decent portion. Has only thrown 1 outing since May 30th. It was shutdown inning against Schaumburg. That one's fouled away. No hits, no runs, a walk, and no Ks. 9 1/3 innings on the season, 15 hits, 7 runs, 7 walks, and 10 Ks with 1 home run entering today. Again, it's been a mixed bag for Harajli. He's had a few starts of just 2/3 of an inning. That one's fouled away. He has been one of the culprits of Toby Hall's, just quick leashes, not allowing them to hurt their outings. Look over at second. Harajli, 1-2, fouls it away. Top of the order, Castillo at the plate, 0 for 3 tonight. So we got Jace Young on the rookie debut. Then we get Marcelo Mayer. We've pulled him before as well. Pulled actually a 2 out of 5 red Bowman card, Marcelo Mayer. 1-2, swing and a miss. Harajli picks up a K of Castillo. Big looping curveball there from Harajli. His first strikeout here in the 8th. That'll bring up Sawyer Smith, 1 for 3 with a K and a home run. Lefty Smith is the lone run production so far for the Grizzlies. Off speed, missing inside. That one totally in there on TrackMan. Looked really good on the inner half. 1-0, missing upstairs. 2-0. Tuho runs inside and hits him. That'll load the bases. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. 1 away. Florence gonna warm up someone else. It'll be, I believe that's Logan Jones. Should be Logan Jones out there. Bases loaded for Dale Thomas. 11-1 ball game. 1 away. 0 for 3 line for Thomas. First pitch, fouls it away. Marcelo Mayer was the last pull there. Big body shortstop prospect, was the 4th overall pick in 2021. Ushered in a new wave of Red Sox prospects on the verge of the majors. Promoted to AAA for the first time in 2024. Now with the Red Sox club, working as a utility man. Fastball, top of the zone in there at 92. And then the last card we have, rookie debut of Kevin Alcantara. Alcantara, the Jaguar for the Cubs. Actually got to broadcast him in 2023 when I was with the Knoxville Smokies. 0-2. Off speed, missing downstairs. Really good spot there from Harajli. Yeah, Alcantara was one of those late waves that we added to AA once the rosters expanded. Him, Matt Shaw, Cade Horton, 1-2. Missing just a hair outside. That did connect on the outside zone. Two-two. Ground ball over towards Baker. Toss to second one. Relay over to first. Inning-ending double play. 6-4-3. Just what the doctor ordered. Harajli able to escape some trouble. Rolls the grounder he needs. And we head to the top of the 9th. It's an 11-1 ball game when we return on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Top of the ninth, Dylan Baker at the plate. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Claudio Galva still out to work there for the Grizzlies. An unconventional 1-2-3 in the eighth. Double play really helped him out from Garrett Broussard after a leadoff single from Zade Richardson. Swing and a miss. Dylan Baker with 2 more RBIs, a 2-run double in the seventh. He's 1 for 3 today with 2 runs scored plus a walk. 11-1 Y'all's lead. Evan Webster, 7 innings, just 4 hits, 1 run, 8 Ks, 1 walk. Really good stuff from the talented southpaw. Really set the tone for this Y'all's team, and then 4 runs in the 6th, then 5 in the 7th. They exploded late. Able to put up some more good offensive numbers. Now 51 and a third innings pitch for Webster on the season. He's picked up 46 Ks as well. Pretty good stuff from the southpaw. That one skied high behind home plate. Out of play. Do the 1-2 again. Second time that Webster has gone 7 innings this season. 1-2 to Baker, swing and a miss. He's down on strikes. Claudio Galva picks up his first K. That'll bring up Kyle Harbison. Kyle Harbison today, 0 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Reached on a fielder's choice and came home on an RBI single from Jackson Tucker. Brett Blomquist, the lone home run for Florence today. A 3-run homer, always brought to you by Sports of All Sorts. All Y'all's home runs are brought to you by Sports of All Sorts, our favorite sports facility in Northern Kentucky. Head on over to 194 Investment Way, Florence. 3-0 the count. Logan Jones still warming up for the Y'alls. It'll be his inning in the bottom of the ninth. Close out this 11-1 ball game as it stands right now. 3-1 in there for a strike. Maharajli, technically another scoreless inning. I mean, probably not what he wanted to see out there, but all the same, if you're able to get out of it without a run scored, you're not going to see me complain. Ends up with an inning pitch, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, 1 K, and no home runs allowed. Did have a hit by pitch as well. Kyle Harbison ropes one in towards left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Cutting that off in the gap is Brandon, holding Harbison to a single with 1 out in the ninth. That will make every Florence batter with a hit aside from Brendan Boba, who's 0 for 2 with 3 walks. Back up to the top of the order in Jackson Tucker. Off-speed misses outside. This is Claudio Galva here. Entered with a 14 ERA. Florence hasn't done anything against him yet. 2 hits. Been able to work a double play and a strikeout. 1-0. Fouls it away. 3-hit day for Jackson Tucker. He's been part of the reason that Florence has had some big offensive numbers in the 6th and 7th. He had an RBI double and an RBI single and came home to score in both of those innings. One away runner on first. 1-1. In there for a strike 1 and 2. Today marks 3 weeks away from the Florence All-Star game. July 15th. 3 weeks away exactly. It is creeping up fast. 1-2. Hard hit over towards the shortstop. Gloves it, no throw back on to first. That's just a hard out, a liner over at the shortstop. That'll end a 3-for-6 line for Jackson Tucker tonight. Brings up Brett Blomquist. He's picked up multiple hits today, including a 3-run homer in the 6th. 2-for-4 line, 3 RBIs, a run scored, and a walk. First pitch, missing. 2 away and a runner on first. Super excited now for the Florence All-Star game. It draws ever closely. Ground ball over towards Dale Thomas. Throw across the diamond is in time, and that will end the inning. Claudio Galvo with 2 shutout innings, allowing just 2 hits. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Logan Jones looking to close out an 11-1 Y'all's lead when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom of the 9th, the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. Pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Logan Jones is in for the Y'alls, just trying to mop up an 11-1 lead for Florence. 0-2 the count to Bryson Horn. Matt Harajli's night is done. Inning pitch, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, and a K. That one's fouled away. Logan Jones, recently acquired by the Tri-City Valley Cats. He was released. Florence claimed him. Picked up 2 2/3 shutout against Joliet. No hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. Last outing. 0-2. Check swing. Doesn't go around. 4, he was 2-0 with a 5.94 ERA with the Valley Cats. 10 games, 16 2/3 innings pitched. 12 walks and 11 Ks. A lot of that damage happened in his last appearance with the Valley Cats and was released the next day. 1-2. Skies it out towards left field. In comes Marcus Brodell. Still coming. makes the grab for out number 1. Taking a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard, always brought to you by Thornbush Whiskey, a new frontier in the world of whiskey. It's bold, smooth, and wildly refreshing. Get the new official cocktail of the Florence Y'alls at Thomas More Stadium. Be back there on Friday night. So this out-of-town scoreboard, powered by iScore, presented by Thornbush Whiskey. Bottom of the 9th at Evansville. The Joliet Slammers with a 6-3 lead over the Otters. That's what Florence needs. Joliet really turning a corner here late. 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. That's at the bottom of the 9th. Joliet just trying to close that one out. Lake Erie at Mississippi, bottom of the 8th. The Crushers with a 13-2 lead over the Mud Monsters. 1-1 fouls it away. Mud Monsters enjoying a little bit of a home stretch here. Unless they go on the road for 3 games. I doubt they do. They'll have 2 series next week against these Grizzlies on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Florence on the weekend. Y'alls on top, 11-1 in the bottom of the 9th. Jones sideways wind up, middle of the rubber. Payoff, or 1-2, fouls it away. Do it again. Bottom of the 6th in the second game of a doubleheader between the Thunderbolts and the Wild Things. Tied up 6-6. Bottom of the 6th. I know Windy City did take game 1 of that doubleheader, 9-4. It's a big-time win for Windy City and also one for the Y'alls. Backhand play from Garrett Broussard. Throw on to first is in time. What a play from Garrett Broussard. A long throw from foul territory for out number 2. And he made it look effortless. Hank Zeisler as well with a good reposition to retire Otto Jones. That'll bring on Mitchell Sanford 2-away, and the base is empty. The Grizzlies down to their final out, trailing 10. New Jersey Jackals at Trois Rivières. It just doesn't say anything there. Maybe it just got postponed, or it says 0-0 final. Final in Sussex County. The Boomers with a 5-4 win over the Miners. Boomers starting to play some very good baseball. Ottawa, Quebec, final there. The Titans take down the Capitale, 9-5. Brockton Rocks at the Downeys Bird Dogs. The Bird Dogs won 7-1. Late spring there from the Bird Dogs. 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Close things out in the 9th. New York at Tri-City, a 15-9 win for the Boulders against the Valley Cats. 3-0 in there for a strength 3-1. And then the 9-4 win for the Bolts over the Wild Things. That's our out-of-town scoreboard presented by Thornbush Whiskey and powered by iScore. Big swing and a miss. Full count. Can tell you Washington just scored another run. Bottom of the 6th, they have a 7-6 lead over the Bolts. Bolts in first place in the Midwest Conference West Division. Wild Things in first place in the Midwest Central Division. Logan Jones, payoff pitch. Misses outside, a 2-out walk for Mitch Sanford. That'll bring up Gavin Baldwin, 1 for 3. Win today for Florence would bring them to 22-18. A big-time loss there from the Otters, or currently losing. 6-3, still in the bottom of the 9th. Sean Gamelin has taken over on the mound with 2 outs. Was just Ty Rebarczyk. Ground ball left side, off the glove of Broussard. Baker picks it up. Throw on to first is in time. Off the glove of Broussard. Baker picks it up, and that will end the ball game. What a nifty play to end an 11-1 win for the Y'alls, and they take home the series win against Gateway. Evan Webster really powered Florence through it with 7 really strong innings for Florence and a good bounce-back win. He picks up his 6th win of the season. Ty Good gets his first loss of the season. 11-1, the Y'alls on top. They move to 22-18 on the season. The Grizzlies fall a game below 500 And Florence has taken home both series here at Arsenal BG Ballpark to open up a 12-game series against the Grizzlies this season. The next 6 games will be at Thomas More Stadium sporadically in July and August. What a win for the Yalls, and really, a quiet win. Went down 1-0 in the bottom of the first, a solo shot from Sawyer Smith. But after that, Evan Webster electric. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 8 Ks. He limited damage and had still been going through the third time around the order into the 7th inning before he was relieved in the 8th. For Florence, the offense, stalled early against Ty Good. He picked up 3 shutout innings to open up his outing. Florence put 2 runners on, actually put 3 runners on, bases loaded, nobody out, got an RBI single from Marcus Brodell, and then struck out twice. They got a wild pitch to take a 2-1 lead. They didn't do the job there in the 4th. Then it was another scoreless inning in the 5th from Ty Good. Unfortunately, they sent him back out in the 6th. He picked up 2 quick outs, then 2 walks. It was an RBI double from Jackson Tucker to take a 3-1 lead, and then Brett Blomquist blew it open with a 3-run homer to put Florence on top 6-1. They didn't stop there, added some insurance in the 7th, hit around, sending 10 batters to the plate. 2-run double from Dylan Baker, an RBI single from Jackson Tucker, and a 2-run single from the captain, Hank Zeisler. 5 runs in the 7th to give them an 11-1 lead. Harajli and Jones shut down the Grizzlies to end the ball game. An 11-1 victory for Florence after a 10-7 victory for the Yalls yesterday, taking home the 3-game series. And a good bounce-back series for Florence as well. They'll head into tomorrow trying to win their 3rd straight and sweep the Grizzlies here at Arsenal BG Ballpark, carry some momentum into a home series against their rival, the Evansville Otters. Zach Westcott, the veteran right-handed pitcher, will be on the mound for the Yalls. It'll be Ben Gregory, the right-hander for the Grizzlies. Westcott returning to the rotation after a spot start last week for Isaac Milburn. This time it's going to be a spot start for Yannicker Villalobos, as Isaac Milburn will start the game, I believe, on Saturday back at Thomas More Stadium. Either way, it is a fun time right now for the Yalls, and hopefully they can keep it going with their veteran on the mound. We'll see what we get from Westcott. Very good his last time out, and facing a foe that he's faced a lot of times here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Gregory 4 shutout innings against Florence the last time he faced them. We'll see if he can replicate that tomorrow. Again, it's a 6:30 start. Let me double check that. Yeah, that'll be a 6:15 Central, 7:15 Eastern start here at Arsenal BG Ballpark on a getaway day for Florence, hoping to pick up a sweep of the Grizzlies before heading home and ending a 12-game road trip, returning to Thomas More Stadium on Friday for Superhero Night. What a good win for Florence, and what a great game there from Evan Webster, picking up his league-high 6th win of the season, tying Ross Thompson for 6 wins in the Frontier League. That'll do it for us on the broadcast. Special shout-out to everyone tuning in on our YouTube audio stream. You guys were pretty active there. Sergeant Bilko III and Stephen Gregg with a couple comments. 1 out for another series win. Sergeant Bilko said nice at the end of it. Yep. Always good when the Yalls win a series win. And then a special shout out to our home team crowd as well, the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Until tomorrow, that'll do it for us tonight at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Saying so long. And until next time, y'all have a good night. I've been Rory Tettemer, and you take care.